Welcome, guys. As not usually, we're gonna start with the cryptos this week, and let's start with the BTC. And the BTC heading towards our target zone, which is also the all-time high, and there is a huge divergence forming right there, but the volume goes straight to the upside. This goes to the upside, so I would not count on this. This has the possibility to break out, but be careful because you see the same pattern on daily, okay, which is two divergences in one, but both of the time frames are still in green. But if the bear side confirms, it has a potential for another downside, and that should be also a continuation from this perspective and just go to the upside as well. Okay, so I'm looking for this possibility, but it was a beautiful move. The first target was crushed, and after that the second just went towards to it. Okay, it was also a beautiful divergence. It just goes almost on the target, so look out for that. But we are touching the all-time high. The CRO went up last week, as you see, just moving to the upside, and what we could see is a correctional wave to the downside, and with convergence it just started above the zero line, didn't break through, and it just went up. But here is just lots of time, couple of months, lots of time passed in this area, but you see what's the next step. And here is also a divergence possibility, but the momentum has just started, so it shouldn't stop right here, right now. We broke also this area here. It has the possibility to make several divergences and just climb upside, but the alt season is not started yet. First of all, we need to see the BTC dominance. Okay, after that, mostly the Ethereum gonna take over a bit, and after that, the large capital coins gonna take over. So it's a longer, let's say, period that here passes. So I would say patiently waiting for the opportunities will be better than, let's say, cash out at this time, because okay, it's a good profit, almost 3x on your capital on CRO, for example, but believe me, it's just started. As you see, the monthly basis, it just started. Okay, there is a lot more to come for the cryptos, and a lot more to gain. Okay, XRP is about to go and made some moves here the last couple of days. Okay, but the XRP didn't move yet like the others did, and it's in a correctional wave. It's in a correctional wave. And what we are looking for, I throw out here the possibility to go up, but what we are looking for is actually the momentum right now, what's happening right now. And as you see, we got the buy signal a couple of weeks ago, and the momentum is confirmed. This goes up, So the momentum is confirmed also from a convergence and not from a divergence. Okay, so we see the same thing here, and we see the same thing here. A nice convergence. So as you see, the XRP has also huge potential in the market for the next run, actually. And I draw here a correctional wave, which is almost the same thing as I draw on the Dogecoin. And I'm going to show you the Dogecoin as well. As you see, here was a, let's say, triangle, and the triangle broke out. There was a move of 44,000%. Here is the same thing, and there is a correctional move, let's call it flag, bull flag. But if this bull flag breaks through, there is an endless potential for the XRP, and in my opinion, XRP is one of the most underrated coins right there. So based on his capital, it has a huge potential, right? Let's see, the ADA is moving smoothly. He was also in divergence on ADA. See difference between the two. We got the signal, and yep, just went up like crazy. If you entered from the signal, just under 60%, which is not bad, but there were better coins, better performing coins. The another one is XLM, which is not started yet, and XLM has also huge potential. And as you see, there is something started. We see a cross, we get a buy signal, and this is about to cross the zero line. And you know, when the zero line crosses, the bull is gonna get the dominance in the market, so it can actually start. And this should be also something huge, in my opinion. Okay, here is almost the same correctional wave in the bigger picture. 2 months, for example, or even 3 months, is something like this. That this is also a correcting wave, and this should, in the long-term run, as you see, this is just huge. It just started, and we are above the zero line, so the bulls are already dominating. Okay, all we have to do is actually join this train, which is in the first stage yet. Okay, compared, for example, to the ICP, which was also a huge potential on monthly basis. There was a huge divergence, and here you hear the signal in October somewhere, and went up 400%. And you see right now on divergence, yes, but this is still a potential, as you see, where the volume is right now. It's just high. It's just crazy high. So we are waiting for the next step of the ICP, and right now what we can see is a flat volume level, which is going sideways, aka gaining strength, because we basing always our analysis, let's say analysis, on the higher time frame, for example monthly. And the monthly basis, you don't see red signs, you see green signs. Okay, one thing, we are under the zero line, yes, that's correcting, but it has still place to move to the upside, because it was a huge move to the downside. And right now we don't see that correctional wave. What's happening right now, we got the red momentum in the buy zone, let's say that, but you see the price does not move, which is a sign for us that there is a possibility for the next move to the upside. Okay, and that can be huge, actually. The holo chain went up as crazy. Here's the full breakdown of this trade. I drawed here everything, and on a monthly basis, there was also a huge divergence. And you know, when it's gonna cross the zero line, this is about to start, and I already marked a possibility of the target zone, and right now we are around the 370%. Okay, but there's still a lot more to go. I think the holo has also huge potential, and I shared some of the coins which were my favorites, and actually all of them made expect one, the VTC. I should not forget the VTC, which is crashed. Actually, that was a bit disappointing when the Binance said there is not enough liquidity in the VTC, so they just took off. But yeah, otherwise every single coin performed great. Filecoin, GRT, even Flow. There was also a divergence somewhere here, made a double. The engine coin, also the gamer coin, same thing, divergence, made a double, but it has a huge potential for the longer term run. Or the same correctional wave on the Dutch coin, which is just started here. It's crossed, it's going to the upside, and nothing can hold it. And here, all you have to do is be patient. Just be patient, because it started, and you have a great position. But yeah, if you want to realize your profit, I'm not gonna say no, because it's your choice what you're about to do. Because as you know, the crypto market can turn very quickly, but see the bigger picture, see not this period. Like I mentioned a story yesterday about investors. I also added the psychology of money into the education zone. There is a little story about three investors, and one of them is just on 100-year terms. Every month, he just put €100 into an account, and it made a lot more when it just consistently added that €100 than the rest two who were constantly exit those positions and add more and waiting for the low end, etc., etc. Okay, so that's why I'm saying see the bigger picture and see it not in this year or the next year or whatever. See it in 5 years, see it in 10 years. What's gonna be the possibility for those prices to be like you think in just 5 or 10 years it will still around 70 cent, one of the biggest crypto sites right now, and as you know, the CRO is everywhere, getting to the basketball, MMA everywhere, so they will be here in 10 years in my opinion, or even more, and those prices gonna go high. Okay, so that's why I'm saying see the bigger picture. All right, let's start now the analysis of the week. As usually, the USD CAD, and here's the possibility of divergence, and this is not formed yet, and everything is in green, but until this high, there is a possibility. let me just deleted everything and focus on this point. You're gonna focus on this point and this point. So until this high does not break, there is a possibility of a divergence. Okay. But right now the momentum is green, so it goes up, and it does not mean that the dollar is strong right now, but it means that the Canadian dollar is weak. Okay, there is a difference, and I'm gonna also show you why when we hit the AXY. All right, so I will definitely wait for that, and here everything goes into the green, so the momentum itself is still bullish. Okay, let's see Audi NZD, what we see on the Audi NZD. I draw here a possible divergence. This is possible divergence, and we see that the price is below the zero line. Okay, but we got the buy signal, and we see a mixed signs, like here is also under the zero line, but there is divergence. When we see this, the side of the indicators are still dominating. Like right now, the bears in the market are dominating. The downside is dominating because we are under the zero line and there is a high volume and there are possible divergences. But the momentum right now, as you see, green, 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 and red. So if you compare those, you see more green than red. So even if you want to sell, you should wait for a confirmation from the indicators and then go with the sell side. Okay, until then, just reckless. Euro CHF. The Euro CHF going crash the first, crash the second, and now it's heading toward the next step. And here's also a divergence possibility, which I already draw here the last few weeks. And until we do not reach this point, there is still a chance for a divergence. And as you see, we are still under the zero line. So there is still the dominating chance of the bears, but this could change actually, because as you see on the monthly basis, the bigger picture is about to make some divergences. Divergence there, divergence there, and divergence here. Okay, so there is a possibility weakening in the Swiss franc in the next couple of days, weeks, months. So I'm curious if this about to stop or just not, just going through the zones and just keeps going forward. But right now, as you see on daily basis, the volume is very high. So even if this turns back to the downside, there is still chance for the bulls to take over and to continue the path to the upside, which has also a huge potential. Okay, and everything is in green. So I would not trade against this momentum right now. Euro GBP. Euro GBP reached also our target zone. That was based on weekly basis, but this is about to change. You see there is something about to change, and this is going to the upside. This is about to cross the zero line, and we got here two signs of the bulls, and we are waiting for the third sign. and it has also a huge potential to the upside. Monthly basis, not looking that sexy, actually, because you see all of the three indicators red, but that's the unusual red. Like when you see the price is just not going anywhere, just getting also flat. Okay. And when you see the information, what we are seeing on higher time frame, and we break it down to the lower time frames like the weekly and the daily, we see that there is something about to change. And that could give us a main thing for the monthly as well. So yeah, what I'm waiting for is a move to the upside the next coming weeks. Then the DXY. The DXY I already wrote here on the Hungarian Zoom a possibility, because you see the weekly picture, we got the sell signal and the Remo was about to cross, but just not. And what I would like to see is a divergence here. So the price comes down and it makes immediately a divergence to the upside, and after that it can go up. Okay, this could be the best scenario because we should break the zero line just a bit. Um, let's say there isn't a bear trap at these levels, and after that it can go to the upside. This could be the best scenario in my opinion, because on the monthly basis you see we are still above the zero line. It's still, this was a huge move, okay, and I don't think it's down. It just would not make any sense, even if you go on 2 months or 3 months. This should continue to the upside, actually. And you see on monthly basis, this turned into green. And when we're gonna get the confirmation of this green in 25 days, actually, when you see the candle turning into green, then we're gonna get the buy signal as well. But right now, sell, sell, buy, sell. It's a bit mixed. That's not a sexy thing, but as you know, the last couple of weeks, that was horrible. Up and downs, as you see, those candles, it's just one of the hardest thing to trade on is when the market does something like this. So it's just not going anywhere. It goes up, goes down, goes up, goes down, goes up, goes down, and so continue. So this is a very hard form to trade on. For example, when the market moves smoothly like this. Okay, here is also 4 days of consolidation, but after that you see 4 days into the direction, and after that same thing, 3 4 days, but here was weeks, more likely weeks, and here is just a mess. Goes up, goes down, just a mess. It's something big about to happen next week, because next week, I already said it, but let's say once again, next week is NFP, and we're gonna see in the economic calendar there will be a lot of high impact news next week, so trade carefully. CXY also throughout here, like, just what is that here? It's just, let's say, it's just ugly as fuck. Can't say anything else. It's just a mess. Okay. But here is a divergence possibility, which we cannot forget. Until this high did do not break. We have the chance for that, but it can go lower, possibly, because everything is in red. Everything is in red. So I would not trade against that momentum. Monthly basis, we are under the zero line. This is getting red. This is red. So even on the higher time frame, we see more likely red. And like I said, I would not trade against that. The AXY, and normally this is an unusual situation when you see the AXY and yet when you see the DXY not working really together. We see different momentums right now. We see both of the currencies should be strong, which is not making any sense because when the dollar is strong, the AXY should be weak in normal circumstances, but it's just not. It's just not. And what we are seeing right now, there is a possibility to bounce, but here until this point, we should get into that bears. Actually, we have the sell signal, but the rest of the signs are just not good. Like it's just mixed. I would say wait for Monday and Tuesday. This should give a direction, but because of the high impact news of the week, this could change very, very fast. Okay. But still, the bigger picture, we already got the sell signal on monthly basis, which is a great thing, and we are under the zero line. It's on a critical point, yes, and as you see, just one red, two greens, which is not a good thing, but here is also a divergence between the two. So here's my target zone, actually, first. Here's my second. So this could be the best thing that we can witness. This kind of like, okay, this is the bad pattern, but right now I would not say on the daily basis that it's the right timing to enter right now. Just wait for the Monday. We're gonna get some liquidity on Monday already, but wait for the Monday and go with the Tuesday and Wednesday. Okay, I'm gonna be speeding up. Okay, the speed the things up. Here's a divergence forming. Everything gets into green. There is right now not the good sign, but there is a divergence on the REMA. There is a divergence on the REMA, and here is a divergence on the destroyer. So the XY has the possibility to move to the upside, which we are waiting for so long because we see this for years to go to the downside, but it's about to change, in my opinion, in the next weeks, months. Okay, and this should also mean that we can see a couple of thousand pips to the upside. Okay, then the BXY don't do anything like you see on the weekly picture. There is just nothing really happening. It should break to the upside and to the downside first to make a good decision where it wants to go next. If I have to say something, I would say to the downside, but should wait for those two first of all. The SXY going to the downside. This is red, this is red, this is red, and everything is in red on the daily basis. So I will not trade against the momentum. Here is a divergence forming. Okay, the volume is high, but right now the next couple of months should be bearish for the SXY. Okay, the AXY. there is a divergence which will not form. Like here's already two candles passed, but you see both of them are red, so we're not confirming the divergence, which is also an interesting thing. And here comes the different part, like it should go to the downside. It's just weak, nothing really happens. And same on the ZXY, it's heading to the downside. We got the buy signals, but it just mixed, and most of things here and possibly divergence. So actually the NZD should dominate a bit, but this is just not such a beautiful thing. Okay, then the gold made a crazy move, and like I said last week, just don't go against the momentum, because something like this can happen. And here was a possibility of divergence, yes, but the momentum remained green. So until it's just not confirming, don't go against the momentum. Okay. And here was also buy signal and the bounce from the REMA. So we could see that, but I already draw here a possibility of a divergence. I still expect the gold to the downside, because don't forget the bigger picture, the yearly, there is a huge divergence right there. And I'm not sure what it's about, but I see that is there, and this is about to happen. We just can't ignore that. Okay, on monthly basis, there is still structural divergence, but everything is in green right now, so it's just not good to go against the gold right now. Just go with the momentum, but I would still expect to the downside. Okay, because of the yearly picture. All right, switch to the economic calendar. We see the CPY of the Swiss franc at 8:30. This will be something important. After that, unemployment change, but nothing really that matters. Tuesday, HCOHB, not a big deal, but there are 5 of them, so this could mean something. The S&P and the ESM should be bigger on Tuesday. And let's go into the Wednesday. The GDP should be something big. ADP at 14.15. Huge news. And interest rate decision from the Canadian dollar, which is even bigger. And then Powell speech. When Powell say something, there is a huge move in the market. We already know that. So carefully at 16 o'clock. Thursday, unemployment rate from the CHF, interest rate decision from the euro, huge moves expected, 14.15, and also 14.30 jobless claims from the USD. And one more Powell speech at 16. So it's gonna be a volatile day. And the Friday unemployment change, GDP, unemployment rate from the Canadian dollar and the NFP. Okay, NFP, big things on Friday. Don't forget that. All right, guys, thanks for your attention. See you next time. Have a great evening. Bye bye.